got so much to share with you. Got an awesome project. We're going to recap Follow Me Through Fall. What an adventure it's been. And a couple other good things. An awesome project. A giveaway sponsored by my friends Jan and Joyce. I've got a giveaway today. So if you know anybody that would enjoy this content, get them in here. We are going to have a great little giveaway today. I am going to give you guys a few minutes to find me. And let's see here. Ah, there you go. People are starting to pop. Hey, Jan. Hi. Jan's sitting across the table from me, you guys. Hey, Vicky. Vicky, did you see that you've got a credit in your account, my friend? I love you. Thank you for your support. Linda's here. Hey, Linda. Happy Friday, everybody. Christina, Judy, happy Friday. And Jessica's here. All right, YouTube is showing up. Hey, Kathy. Happy Friday. All right, we have got so much going on today. And I want to start with a review of our newest card class and our 12 days, the Follow Me Through Fall series, because this is our 12th day. This is the last one in our series. So that's where we're going to start today. I wonder if Anne and Elena are here. Anne or Elena. Anne or Elena, if you're here, let me know. You can pop the link for our 12 Days of Crafting PDF card class in the comments if you're here. And then, look at Kathy's on both platforms. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kathy on the YouTube. And I think you're on the Facebook too, right, Kathy? Yep, there you are. Hey, Joan. Joan's here. All right, you guys, I've got so much packed in for today. It's going to be a great way to finish up the week and jump into the weekend. The Follow Me Through Fall series is about to wrap up. I can't wait to go through the review with you guys because we'll see how far we've been. Nadine's here. Hey, Nadine, happy Friday. Who's put all the fall leaves up? It was Kathy. I love those. It's such a beautiful fall day. Are you guys having a beautiful fall day? I know I said that yesterday. We're having a beautiful fall day here. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get this device going. All right. So let's start with just a quick reminder of yesterday. Yesterday was our card class. We do Stamp and Stick card class 1 or 2 Thursdays a month. What we had been doing was 2 Thursdays. Going into the holiday season here, I don't know if I'll do 1 or 2, honestly. I've had so much technology problems that, and a couple other things going on that I don't know if I can do it, honestly. I will be doing 1 in November and 1 in December for sure. There might be 2. We'll see. I've got ideas. I just don't have enough hands. So yesterday was our Stamp and Stick card class. And we did the 12 Days of Crafting. This was a little bit different than our other Stamp and Sticks. We don't have a packet for this one because we use the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. And there's no way for me to get enough products to make class packets. But there is a PDF to go along with yesterday's class. And it is in the Kitchen Table Stamper store. Hey, Jan, would you ask Elena to pop on the comments or pop on the live so that she can put that in the comments for me? I didn't put it in the description. All right, so this is the PDF. It is, I don't know, 15 pages, I think. Yeah, full color photos, all the measurements, the supplies, step-by-step written instructions to go along with the video. It's a fantastic way to support the channel if you love to have that collectible, printable resource. The class is absolutely free. It was yesterday, and we have it embedded on the blog at kitchentablestamper.com, which is probably going to be the easiest way to find all the Stamp and Stick card classes because they all get embedded there. We did 4 cards, all featuring the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. The calendar is general crafting supplies, and Stampin' Up! Was pretty clear about that in their marketing. It is not holiday product. But what we did was made these 2 cards, a birthday and a thinking of you card. And then I took the same products in that advent calendar and I wanted to show you how versatile they are. So even though everybody in Stampin' Up! Was like, it's not Christmas stuff. Don't worry about opening an advent calendar after Christmas, getting Christmas products, right? But look at how versatile it is. So these are the 4 cards we did in yesterday's card class. Included in the PDF are 2 additional projects that we did not do in card class. They're fun fold cards to match our standard cards. All right, so I did not put the description for this in, or the link for this in the description, but it will pop in the comments. Elena's going to help. If you want to get that card class, go check out yesterday's live if you want to see. All right, then we're going to have a prize today. And so what you need to do is just let us know that you're here. Get in the comments and I don't know, tell me something exciting. Like I don't know, tell me how's your weather. That's a good one. You're having a beautiful fall day like I'm having. Just get in there and make some comments. Share this. Subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. Follow the page if you're on Facebook. All right, so if you do those things, just get in the comments. We'll be collecting your names from the comments and putting you in a drawing. You guys want to see? This is my friends Jen and Joyce are sponsoring the prize today. They ordered this twice from the pre-order. And so they have said that they would like to sponsor this prize. This is called the Beautiful Pattern Embossing Folder. You guys, it is a beautiful pattern. It is not available unless you're a demonstrator right now. So if you are in the live today on YouTube or on Facebook, just leave a comment and let us know what you think of this new beautiful pattern embossing folder. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you have it? If you're a demonstrator, did you order it? If you're not a demonstrator, you can't have it yet. Did that sound nasty? No, you can have it. You know how you can have it? Get on the Kitchenettes team. Join my Kitchenettes Stampin' Up! Team, and you can put it in your starter kit for $35. You can join. Get $125 worth of product. You can get this embossing folder. We're using it next month in Card Club, and so you'll have a head start on Card Club if you get this prize. And so you can see that beautiful pattern embossing folder in action. Right? Amazing. All right, so let us know. Do you love this folder? Do you have this folder? What are your thoughts about this folder? Get those comments going, because that's how you're getting entered in the drawing to get this embossing folder. Eventually, we'll get used to giving some prizes on the lives, because it is one of our goals for the new year is to offer a little bit of a bribery. A little bit of prizes, and we'll get to a place where we have a wheel that we'll do before the end of the live, but this was kind of an impromptu thing. When Jan and Joyce got here, they're like, we got this twice, can it be a prize? I said, yes, it could be a prize. So that's our prize for today. And like, share, subscribe, comment, follow the page, set your notifications, do all those things, but your comments are how you're getting entered in. All right, so are you guys excited about the prize? I hope you're excited about the prize. I love the prize. Elena, I see that you're here. So will you set up a wheel for us so that we can do a wheel video after the live? We'll put the wheel video on the Facebook, okay? So you guys will be able to see our wheel video after. Yeah, anybody who makes a comment can get entered in on it, okay, Elena?
Don't include me.
Oh, Jan says don't include her because she sponsored the prize. So Elena will go through these comments and get you all added on a wheel, and we'll do a wheel video on Facebook after. All right, so Dolores is here. Hey, Dolores. I am participating in a craft show tomorrow, and I have not done one in years. I hope all goes well. Dolores, my advice to you on craft fairs, because that's really where I built my business, is just be present. Just don't let anybody go by without talking to them. Show what you have. I used to go around the craft fairs, step out from my booth, not to be obnoxious, like not into anybody else's space, but just into the aisle, and I'd have something. If you know my peekaboo candy holders where you pull one side and the candy shoots out the other, I would sometimes walk around with those and be like, have you seen this? And I would just pull it and the candy would shoot out the other end. And I'd say, don't you think for spring ones, I had Mother's Day ones. I said, don't you think your mom would like that? And just engage with people. Wear a big smile. Talk to everybody who comes in your booth and maybe step out and talk to them. It will do wonders for your sale. Okay, you got this, my friend, and don't ever hesitate to scan the blog and use everything I've ever used for craft fairs. I'm serious, I built my business on craft fairs, and there's a whole category. They're all sorted, so you can click craft fairs and make anything. Most of them also, at some point, have some sort of review of how things sold for me and how some things didn't. And what I would say is stay away from the birthday party in a mug. Anyway, they were so cute, but I couldn't get them to sell anywhere ever. You're going to do awesome, and I'm very proud of you. Let's see here. That embossing folder is so pretty, right, Kathy? I agree. Karina says, neat pattern on the embossing folder. I am loving it. It's very, it's for all season, all occasion. Makes a great, what's it called? A great multitasker, a great wingman, right? You can put it with anything. Yes, good point. Jan just said with the two-tone cardstock, it's awesome. So run it through the two-tone, sand off the pattern. It's beautiful. It's kind of a fine pattern, looks great. Joyce says, and don't forget vellum. Have you guys seen the new vellum? Demonstrators can order the new Stampin' Up! Vellum, but customers can't. So why haven't you joined the Kitchenettes yet? Put it in your starter kit. Mary Ellis says, weather in Travelers Rest, South Carolina is perfection. I have a text from you, Mary Alice. I saw it pop, but I haven't opened it yet. I'll check it out after the live. Let's see here. Robin says, I love bribery. Tell your friends, Robin. Do you know friends who love bribery? Tell your friends. We got to do something about our views. I'll be honest with you. That's part of why we're doing this in the new year. This is the Stampin' Up! New Year, by the way. It's the equivalent of January 17th Stampin' Up! Style, right? So we put out some of what I think is the best Stampin' Up! Content on the internet, but our views are abysmal. I have you people that I love so much that are always here every Friday with me. You're what keeps me going, but we've got to bring in some more viewers. So we're going to be doing some goodies, and we would love it if you tell your friends. Tell your friends if they like the content and get them in here for the bribes. Let's see here. Dolores says, sounds great. I'll do it. Just put on a big smile no matter what's going on. It'll help you. And you might meet some of your very best friends. I have through this business and through this in craft fairs especially. Let's see here. Someone said the new vellum is thicker. I have it next to me. And Joyce says she agrees, but I'll pull it out after we're done and we can compare. We used to have I used to demonstrate for a different company. So just a lot of you know that I've been doing this industry for a very long time, even though I haven't been doing Stampin' Up! For only 8 or 9 years now, Stampin' Up! But for like 20 years, I've been in the industry as demonstrator for other companies. I worked in product development in some of the companies. I've worked in design in the other companies. And so one of the other companies we used to work for had vellum and a thick vellum. And I have missed thick vellum. So if this is like the thick vellum, I'll be really excited. Just because I wish more people would discover you. You have the best content, and I have learned so much. Oh, thank you. I love that. You guys that show up every single week and just keep me going, you guys keep me going. Yep. Vicky says, new vellum. I'm excited that it's coming back. Me too. Me too. I've missed it. Let's see here. Oh, Teresa says, don't include me. I have that prize. You guys are so fun. Hi, Deepa. Deepa says the embossing folder is very pretty. And I love a sneak peek of the next card club. It's fun. I'm excited about the next card club. It was one of those. I do some card clubs because it's new product and it's fun. But I do some that are like my heart. And that's how I'm sure you feel about some of the stuff that comes out. Like you like some Stampin' Up! Stuff, and then there's some stuff that's like really your heart. It really resonates with you. And the sweaters, socks, mittens, and hats with the snowflake kisses stamp set really resonates with me. Mary Lou says, I love your stamping videos. I'm glad you're here, Mary Lou. Hey, Mimi. Oh, you guys are the best. All right, so let me show you today's project. We're going to get on. This is our prize. There will be a wheel on Facebook, on our Facebook business page later today. Okay, so we will give away one of those to a lucky winner. And all you have to do is keep your comments going. Elena, I see you're there with the 12 days of crafting card class links. So the links to the card class are in the chat now. This is our project for today. It is the 12th project in our Follow Me Through Fall series. I have the PDF right here. This will be available for you to print. You can take or download or print from the blog today. It is made for this version of the project, and that's what we're going to do today. But I just wanted to show you really quick this one. So here's our portrait version. This is the one we're going to make today, right? And it's a fun little stationery set. The notepads and pens are from Amazon, and then so are the clips. These are two different Amazon products, but I love them all together. So you got your little stationery gift, and if you want, you can put a gift card. Now, if this is gift enough for you, you don't have to do the pocket, but I wanted to provide you with the pocket and the measurements for the pocket in case you did want to step it up a little bit with a gift card. Okay, so the pocket is optional. But this is what we're making today. Now, in this set that I got from Amazon, there's 6 different color pens for the set. And let me show you. We've got this one and this one on our project. So we'll take, I don't know, one of the other colors. Let me show you all of them. This. You know what? I'm just going to pull them all out because I thought it was kind of neat that there were, and then this color. Okay, so there's 6 different fall color pens, and then there's 6 different notepads, right? There's this one, and I used, which one did I use on this one? The one that's in the bag still. I used this one today. So there's those. And then this one. Maybe I'll use this one today. This one's pretty cute. I think I'm going to use that one. And then which pen am I going to use? I think I'm going to use maybe this one. Yeah, I'm going to do those. Okay, so those are my pens. And then this guy's a little bit big. He might make it necessary for you to trim down your pocket about 1/4 of an inch, but you can still fit the clips below there. All right, so then there's those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 designs. Those will all fit in this one. But then there are 2 other designs, you guys, and because they're all so different, they're shaped, so they're different widths, different heights. I did the best I could to make sure that if you went on Amazon and you purchased these, it does support the channel. We get a very small commission, but you know what? Some months it only will maybe buy us a pizza, but it still supports the channel. And so if you go on Amazon and you buy these, and you did that to support me, then I want to support you with the creative support. I want to give you guys the creative support you need, right? So all of these fit in this size. This one's too wide. It just doesn't fit. Of course, I could have made a wider version, but then there's so much space underneath. So what I did was I rejigged this just a little bit for this guy and made it a landscape. And so if you get different notepads, maybe this way would work better anyways. So on the PDF, you're going to have the measurements for the landscape version and the portrait version. Only we're doing just the portrait version today. And then there's this design, and this design is too wide also. Just a little bit too wide. maybe if you really budget over, you could fit it, maybe. But this one is possibly too wide. Should we try this one today? See if it fits. I'm gonna leave that one out, just in case. We're gonna see if it fits. All right, so that is the Amazon product, and that is why both orientations. Because if you go and you buy this, you support the channel that way, then I wanna support you with measurements that fit so you can use all of them. So you'll have to get the PDF for this orientation. It's very similar, very similar. All right, so that's our Amazon product and our project for today. Now, before we jump in, and if I do that one, I might want this pen. Or this pen? No, I think I like that one. All right, before we jump in with this project, I want to just do a quick recap of Follow Me Through Fall. All right, are you guys staying with me so far? I feel like it's a very talky video, but it is because we've got prizes and we've got classes and we've got stuff, and it's all so wonderful. Mary says this project is just adorable, and Vicki says that project would be cute for our craft fairs. Yes, it would be. And Deepa says, love this project so much. Very sad that the More Than Autumn bundle is retiring. Me too. It's one of my favorites. It's just an all-time favorite, and I'll leave it forever. Kathy said, I ordered the notepads and coffee clips yesterday. Thank you. Thank you. It's such a great way that you can support the business, especially if you order your own Stampin' Up! Supplies from yourself, or you have a different demonstrator you love, but you want to give us a little, I don't know, nudge in the right direction. We love it. All right, so this is the PDF. And what I like to do with my PDFs is make my templates. So let me show you. I have pictures of both of these in the tutorial, but I like to make one. And there's going to be one for the portrait orientation of the project, and there is one for the landscape orientation of the project. So I always make them, and you can see right off the bat, this is the difference. If you want to make a portrait orientation, you cut here. If you want to make a landscape orientation, you cut here. So it is important. They are set up for right-handers. The pen is on the left side because you write with the right hand, maybe. Okay, so just those are your portrait landscape orientation. We're doing the portrait one. What I like to do with my Follow Me Through Fall is I take my templates, which helps me also if I'm considering a notepad for this. I can take the notepad and the template and see if it fits. So I always have a physical template. That's part of why I don't draw a diagram. We do for the Whimsy Workshop, but otherwise I don't draw a diagram. I just put one in there because then if I'm checking to see if it fits the treat, this physical template for the box or the cover or the wrapper or whatever is the best way to see if it fits. So that's why I do this. All right, so then after I've got my template, my PDF then I take one of these little 1-inch binders, Follow Me Through Fall, and put them all together. So now I've got my 12 fall projects all ready to inspire me for, I don't know, maybe for some Valentine crafting, maybe for next year's Halloween crafting. But either way, that's how I set them up. And that is now my completed Follow Me Through Fall. Let me show you a quick recap, and then we'll get to crafting. All right, so Follow Me Through Fall started out with Back to School. This flip-flap. Flip-flop is something totally different. A flip-flop is what you put on your foot. A flip-flap treat box is what we've got here. Let me put these aside for a minute. And that was day number 1. It's on the blog, and it was a live video with a project sheet that you can get from kitchentablestamper.com, right? Then inside, this is why it's a flip-flap box, because you flip, you flap, and then inside are some fun back-to-school treats. If you find what else fits in here, please let us know, or if you make these, share on the Craft Social. We love when you do that. That was day number 1. Day number 2 was a fun little project for the book lovers in our life. This one was totally inspired by Jan. She came in with these notepads, and she's like, Marissa, will you make me a cover that fits these? And I said, I would love to make you a cover that fits these. So we use these little book lover sticky notes, and inside is an easel cover. So in the first email tutorial is the box template and this fun easel cover, so it will stand. And then to finish my gift, I got these leather bookmarks. They're the corner bookmarks on Amazon. And that was day number 2. If you are not an email subscriber, you didn't get this tutorial, but you still can. If you join the email list now, you will receive a series of emails starting with a welcome. And then each day you'll receive day 1 of the email exclusives, which is day 2. But you'll receive the email exclusives day after day, and we'll get you all caught up. If you don't join the email list today, the email exclusives are gone for good. We will probably have a compiled tutorial for purchase later. But at this point, you can have them for free, so why not have them for free? All right, then we did the Spooky Halloween box. That was a live video, so there's a video for this one and a project sheet on the blog, so you can go and collect that one. It's a fun flip top box for one of my favorite low sugar peanut butter cups and some great erasers I found on Amazon. Are those cute? Those would be really cute for Thanksgiving tables too. You put a little something like a little name tag for your Thanksgiving table and put one of those guys. They're so cute. You get a lot of them and they're not expensive. And so that is day number 3. Let's move day number 12 all the way down over here. Day number 4. And I have to go through and look at my tutorials in order so I get them in order. I forgot day number 6 the last time I did a review. This was an email exclusive and it was a double tutorial. It was a box with a matching card. So the treat box was made to fit these wind-up toys that I got on Amazon. So it fits 2 of the wind-up toys. It's a nice lidded box. It's very spacious. You can put really cute little gifts in here. And then a coordinating card. So that's day number 4. You can still collect them all. Day number 5 is a Play-Doh treat box. So this one was an email exclusive. I think, no. Did I do this one live or is this an email exclusive? I forget. It says in the description of the video witches were witches. But it's got this fun little wrap and slide treat box that holds 2 of the, what do they call it? All treats, no sweets. I think that's what Play-Doh calls their trick-or-treat pack. Their little tubs of Play-Doh. I got those on Amazon. I'll include all the links in the recap post. All right, so then there's that guy. And then day number 6, are you guys having fun yet? Day number 6 was an email exclusive. So that must have been a live. Yeah, email exclusive, and then that was a live. So you can still check out the video of that one. I just slapped my chin into the microphone. I hope that didn't sound terrible. All right, then day number 6, this is the one I forgot in our last recap. This was an email exclusive. It's a great big pocket. And it holds these fun spa masks. I've got those on Amazon, but you can pop them right in the pocket. And that's day number 6. The email exclusive tutorials will go out to anybody who hasn't subscribed as long as you subscribe today. kitchentablestamper.com/email is where you're going to do that. Just pop your name and email in. All right, so day number 7 is the squirrel. I love this guy. This is our positive acorn. I think the whole wide world needs more positive acorns, don't you think? So it's another kind of a flip-flap box. It flips this way and then flaps open that way. And inside is the positive acorn. And he really is a cute little encouragement. Just a fun little something for fall. You get a bunch of them in a pack so you can really spread a lot of positivity in a world gone mad, right? All right, so that was 7. Day number 8 was our toadstool nail file pocket. This is also an email exclusive and just a little flippy pocket. Cute with mini fall theme nail files inside. Thank you, Joyce, for putting them in a bag so that I don't have to We put 2 in a bag, just a little bag. Hold on to the bags that your embellishments come in and your dimensionals and things, because they come in really handy. I just bagged up 2 of them. You get like 30 in the Amazon thing. And then, so I bagged them, popped them in, and you get really cute gift for all the girlfriends. All right, we're getting there. Do you see how far we've come, you guys? All right, that was number 8. Number 9 was our fall cracker treat box, and this one holds the cutest little lip balm keychain. So it's a little key fob with a pocket, and the lip balm fits right in. Great gift for girlfriends. Really pretty on a holiday table. Like if you put this on your Thanksgiving table with everybody's name, and then they can open it up and have a gift that they could use well into freezing season. This is a good one. This is a very good one. That one is not day number 9. We'll do a recap post on Monday so that you guys can check them off and make sure you got them all. But be sure you're subscribed to the email. All right, and then the day number 11 was also an email exclusive. This is our celebration cupcake box, our party celebrations cupcake box. I like this one because it fits the Hostess pumpkin spice. So not expensive, easily available. You can get these at your Meijer, Walmart, grocery store, Targets. They're starting to pop up everywhere. And there's a simple but really effective treat box for an easily available, easy to find treat. You guys, I can't even believe it. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this great? Day number 11 was an email exclusive. And this is one of my favorite projects of the whole series. It's hard to decide which ones go email and which ones go video because I always feel like, oh, I wish I could have done that one by video. And so maybe I'll do one of these with a Christmas theme. I have some really cute snowman hand lotions. I'll see if they fit. But in there is... you can put 1 or 2. I wanted to show that it does fit 2, but you have to put them down first. A little happy harvest. And then this one says happy Thanksgiving. These are from Amazon. And then, so one goes down and then the other one goes up. And if you do that, 2 will fit in this. And we use the 3D sunflower embossing and 2-tone cardstock to make a beautiful treat box. You don't want to miss this one. If you're not an email subscriber, why aren't you an email subscriber? You don't want to miss this one. I think this one's my favorite. I like the pouch or the pocket too. Oh, I like them all. Who am I kidding? And then last but not least, today we are going to, without further ado, make our stationery gift set. All right. So what do you guys think? I got to check out the comments while I put these back in the bucket. I hope that you guys are like mind blown. Margaret says, love it all. Corina says it was live. Oh, thank you. You remember which ones I did live better, which ones I didn't. Let's see here. 100% coffee clips, or 100 coffee clips, Corrine. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, 100 coffee clips in that link. So not too shabby. Jessica says, just wish Amazon here in Sweden would have those cute things. Try and use some of the keywords and see what kind of stuff you can find. I'm sorry, Jessica. I know it's part of the fun is finding these things on Amazon for you guys. I'm about to start. Well, I have already started. I'm not going to lie. We are going to have a 12 days of Christmas series, and I have already started. You guys, I've already started. I'm going to just tell you, I've already started the fun of trying to find things on the Amazons. Like, how about, do you want to build a snowman? Right? Right? Okay, so 12 days of Christmas is coming. Be warned. Get on the email list because that'll be the same deal. We'll do half of them live and half of them on email. All right. I'm going to put these all back in this bucket and try to read some of your comments. Hey, Nancy, I'm glad you're here. Oh, YouTube angry face. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Vicky says, everyone should join and be an email subscriber. Well, I'll tell ya, email subscribers just have more fun. You get a little extra something right in your mailbox. And we do try to keep you also abreast of all the amazing deals and the news And, you know, so, and we don't send a lot of email. If you're an email subscriber, we don't send a terrible amount of email, right? We try to keep it respectful of that too. And we don't ever share or sell or give your information, share your information to anybody. So don't be afraid about that. We won't totally clobber you with email, and we won't share your information with anybody. All right. So that's our Follow Me Through Fall series. I can't believe we've come a long way. Which one's your favorite? Come on. I'm giving away a embossing folder today, but you have to leave those comments to get entered to win the embossing folder. So which one of the projects was your favorite in the 12 of the 12 Follow Me Through Fall? Well, you guys answer that. I will get some paper so we can get started here. This stationery set needs 11 3/4 paper. So you're gonna have to start with something 12 by 12, and I'm using the two-tone Cajun Craze for this. And then this template here. All right, and we're going to take care of that according to the template. It's 4 1/4 by 11 3/4, so you can get 2 out of a piece, which is nice. You can do a portrait and a landscape from one piece, and a lot of the bits for the inside, the clip pocket, the longer gift card pocket, some of the scraps can be used for those pockets too. So you can get 2 of these out of one sheet for the most part. You can also use regular Cajun Craze cardstock if you want to for your pockets, and just use the two-tone for the base. All right. Deepa says, I loved all of them, but I'm definitely partial to today. Coffee, fall, stationery, it's all the good things. Oh, I agree. You're my people. I've always been drawn to stationery and office supplies, things like that myself. So I totally get it. Joyce says pretty paper, right? How can we possibly pick a favorite? And Mary, they're all awesome. Nancy likes today's best. Cool. I did try to save kind of a wow one for the finale. Finale. That's not how you say that word. I'm not going to try again. You guys know what I mean. All right, so we're going to need both the Simply Scored tool and the trimmer here for our finale project. Forget it. That's not an easy word for me. Judy says choosing a favorite project would be like choosing a favorite child. You just can't do it. I love that. Oh, good. Oh, good. Let's see. How are we doing on YouTube? I'm popping back over. Corey says all the projects are cute. Thank you. Kathy says, I think number 12. Today's project is my favorite. All of them are pretty cute. You guys, I love the squirrel and I love the sunflower box. There you go, Holly. That way to commit, Holly. I love the sunflower too. I think that one might be my favorite. Robin says, I enjoy being on your email list. Thank you. See, if Robin likes it, you'll like it. Tell your friends about it. Tell your friends about us here hanging out in the YouTube and in the Facebook. We definitely need to get some more views. All right, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is when you're choosing your template, you're going to choose that you want it portrait or you want it landscape orientation. And after you choose which one, then you're going to choose on your paper, do you want your outside to be the light shade of your two-tone? Or do you want it to be the dark shade of your two-tone? If you're using plain 12 by 12 cardstock, this decision, it does not apply to you. But if you're using something that has different sides, you want to choose first your orientation. I've got portrait, and then what do you want on the outside? I want the darker on the outside. So you're going to put the pattern that you want down. Down. The pattern you want down. Ask me how I know. Yeah. Anyways, we've had enough story time for one day. So I'll leave it at that. Put the color, the shade, the tone that you want down. If you're using designer series paper, put the pattern that you want on the outside down. I did put that in the printable project sheet too to help you remember. They will end up backwards if you put the pattern that you want on the outside facing you. And it's kind of a temptation because, you know, I want a dark color on the outside and also I want to look at the dark color. Portrait orientation, I want the dark side, it's down, and now I'm going to score at 6 inches. I recommend the bigger end of the score tool for the two-tone cardstock and a light pressure. So score 6 inches. Good. Now you're going to take this to the paper trimmer and you're going to put it in the trimmer so that this is the 6-inch portion. See, you scored it at 6, and the 6 is going to go here. You're going to cut on the right side. So you're going to use the right-hand side, number 1. Okay, line up on number 1. Line your blade up on number 6. So right here on this ruler is number 6. If this number 6 isn't lining up with that score, you put the wrong side in the trimmer. Anybody want to see that again? I'm going to do it again just so that you can see. All right, so you're doing the portrait orientation. You want the dark side out. Dark side is down. You score at 6 inches. Then you take this to the trimmer this way so that this is 6 inches. You line this up on the right, and it says right on my template, it says right in the instructions, you line this on the right number 1. You line up your blade on the number 6. The number 6 should be on the score. If it's not, stop, don't cut. Mine is. And so then I'm going to cut down from the score to the end. Good? Following me so far? It's pretty easy. And then you're going to bring it back into the Simply Scored. That 6-inch score needs to be on 6 inches, otherwise you turned it around somewhere, so check that before you do anything. Then you're going to score at 5 3/4, but you're going to stop at that cut. It's that simple. Ready? Let's get a bone folder and work those score lines. Here's another little tip for you if you're using two-tone cardstock. I always like to do inside out first, because if the print, the printed color here cracks when the paper fibers stretch, I want that to happen inside, not on the outside. So we're going to work that one first backwards, then forwards, okay? Now we're going to move down to our 5 3/4. We'll work that one with the bone folder. It's inside out now. And we're going to turn it to right side in. So we'll bring this guy down. And we can work that with the bone folder. We'll go our 6-inch. You guys following me okay? Put a thumbs up, put a heart, put a whatever if you're following me okay. All right. Put a comment. Loud and clear, 10-4, gotcha, something. How are you guys doing? I did them backwards a couple times. If you do them backwards, then you just change it from a portrait to a landscape orientation, or you just change it from the dark to the light. You just might have to have some creative flexibility there. Is that what you just said, flexibility? Yeah, you might have to have some creative flexibility as you get the hang of it. Vicky says, I like two-tone cardstock the best now. Isn't it so good? And Vicky says, got it. All right, so now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some glue. We're going to apply it to this strip, but don't go all the way to the end. Just almost to the end. Okay? Then we're going to put a little tiny bit here. See? Okay, let me make sure. I got to change my view and make sure that that's all in the... Okay, so we've got just a little strip there. We've got our strips there. We're going to make sure that everything lines up nice and we can burnish that down. And then we're going to flip, grab some scissors. I have some that I use for anything sticky. I don't even know if these are a thing anymore. They're Teflon coated, so excuse my not Stampin' Up! Scissors. Not like they have scissors right now, but anyway, moving on. There's our stationery cover. Good? All right. If you're good, more thumbs up or hearts. Let me know you're good. You got it. You're following. Nancy says, following what you're putting down. I love it. Okay, good. It's not hard. It's not hard. Holly says 10-4. Brenda says, yes, the sunflower box is my favorite. You're my people. Okay. So now that we've got the tricky bit done, I can breathe deep knowing that I'm not going to do it backwards again. Did I say again? Yes, I did say again. I've got a couple more pieces here that we're going to look at. I've got some designer series paper. and a couple of more two-tone cardstock pieces. All right, I'm going to give you the measurements for these right off of the project sheet, and you can print the project sheet later. Where did I put my project sheet? Because I don't remember them. I don't even have a chance at remembering them today. There's so much going on around here, and all the technology gremlins are against me, so I'm very happy for my little help here, which is my... Okay, so your pieces. We've done our cover, and now let's look at our designer series paper. So I'm going to show you here, we've got, there, one piece of gathered together designer series paper. This is 3 1/8 by 5 5/8. Then we've got another piece that is 7/8 by 5 5/8. These you can see are, you know, like a portrait orientation. Now for the inside pockets, we've got 2 pieces. They are at a landscape orientation. These are 3 1/4 by 3/4. So there's your designer series paper, and then your pockets for this one. These are, I've got also two-tone cardstock for my pockets, and they are, for the clip pocket, this is 3 1/4 by 1 1/4, and for the gift card pocket, this is 3 1/4 by 3. Okay? Thank God for the tutorial. Okay, so in these tutorials and all of these email ones, they're all this detailed for you. They're going to have everything that you need. For this particular one, what I want to show you is the measurements go for the portrait. You got the portrait orientation template, step-by-step instructions. But then when you go to the next page on this, there's the landscape picture and then how the measurements will differ, because everything else is the same, right? We decorated them the same, but if anything is different, there's your measurements and then your landscape template picture. All right, so you'll be able to print that off later today. And then of course, some more close-up pictures of the landscape one too. All right, let's get some glue and get some gluing going on here. I'm gonna put my pockets aside for just a minute, and I'm gonna start with my cover. I love this paper. In true Stampin' Up! Fashion, the 2 favorite patterns are back to back. They do that to me all the time. I think it's a conspiracy. I think that they all get together at Stampin' Up! And they decide which one's going to be Marissa's favorite pattern, and they put it on one side of the paper, and then they're like, okay, great, now which one's going to be Marissa's second favorite pattern, and then they put it on the back side of Marissa's favorite pattern. What I'm trying to say is it's hard to put glue on the pretty side, don't you think? Margaret says, will this be on YouTube? This will stay on YouTube. It will stay on Facebook for as long as Facebook will keep it. I think only 30 days. And it'll be embedded on the blog too. So yeah, you will be able to come back to this one. Good question. Oh, I almost put that upside down. And so there's our 2 out-facing pattern. Now we're going to look at our pockets here. For the small pocket, nothing, we don't need to do anything except for put some designer paper on it. But for the gift card pocket, I want to put a thumb notch. So I'm going to use a 1.5 inch circle punch. You can use what you got. And I'm going to mark center, because if I don't mark center, it's going to be like way off in left field, which is never any fun. The Stampin' Up! Grid paper has a centering ruler on it. The Simply Score tool has a centering ruler on it. There's all kinds of ways to find center on Stampin' Up! Products. I just don't feel like bringing the Simply Scored back in here right now. So I'm just going to use my little clear ruler. That was a gift from a friend. Thank you if you're watching. All right, then I'm going to punch half of a 1.5 inch circle. Then I'm going to turn to the light side and get some tear and tape. We're going to make a pocket out of these. So we're going to put tear and tape down 3 sides. Does that DSP have an up and down? I used it and didn't think so, but the mushrooms seem to be on the side. Okay, so the mushrooms, they kind of go every which way. See, this one's right side up, this one's to the right, this one's upside down. So I don't think that this one has an up and down, but this other side does. So I think that this one's just rando, but you know that I'll be flipping it round and round and round and round to see which way I like it best usually. But I do. I think this one's rando. Good question, though. It's a debate we have about a lot of things around here before cutting. There we go. All right, so we got the... it looks like a cute project. I'm going to need to watch from the beginning. You are welcome to check out the replay and go from the beginning. And you can just... I did all the housekeeping and everything first so that you can skip it when you replay. I don't know if Elena's still watching. So, hey, Jan, when I ask Elena, she'll put a bookmark in this after we're done so I don't forget.
Okay.
Oh, ask her if she'll put a bookmark where the crafting starts. Kathy, I'm going to see if my assistant Elena will put a bookmark where the crafting starts. So in case you don't want to do all the housekeeping later, you can just buzz right to the project. All right, so inside is where our pockets go. Let me make sure that I'm in the screen properly. I got to flip away from the comments for a minute. All right, all right, Rhonda, I hear ya. Rhonda's telling me don't pick that off with your fingernails when there's a tool for that. I'm going to remove the liner on the small pocket. And I went for the contrast. I went for the dark pocket on the light background. You could do it opposite if you want. You do you. And then we're going to line this up right at the bottom here. Now, if anything is a smidge off, you can trim it from the back, but mine looks pretty good. And then for my big pocket, we're going to put that one in the flap. Now, if you don't want to put a gift card in here because maybe you think that the stationery is gift enough for the recipient, you're making a bunch of them because you got a bunch of stationery, you want to give them out a little bit more liberally, maybe some with gift cards, some without. You do not have to put this pocket up here. This is just optional, good way to use the space. You're going to line up the edge of the pocket right above the score. You could instead grab a nice big die cut, maybe like the notebook paper from, what's that one called with the office supplies, you guys? The notebook paper die that's in just a note, or one of the big clip corner rectangles from Countryside Corners, or the textured, branching out would be good. We're going to use that one on the outside. Branching out would be in there. So put a big die cut in there, and then you can put a fall greeting instead. Make it more like a card. So it's completely optional to put the pocket in there. But I thought it was a nice touch to show you and give you the measurements. All right, then we're going to add our last two designer series papers. One across the top pocket, and well, maybe a little higher. There we go. I love liquid glue. Get a little time to slide. And then a little bit just above the edge on our clip pocket. All right, we're almost done with the structure of this. We're almost on to decorating. One more thing that we want to do. So I've got my pen, and which one am I going to do? I think... Do I want to do this one, or do I want to see how this one fits? I'd really like to see if we can make this one fit. I think it's going to go, see, it's like edge to edge. But when it's closed, I think it looks all right. All right, I'll be the guinea pig so that you guys know that this one either fits or sticks out. So if we're doing that one, then what pen do I want? This pen kind of brings out the lighter orange shades and breaks things up a bit. I think I'm going to do that one. All right, so hold on to this for a minute, and then this you're just going to lay like it is, kind of centered in, and grab a pen or a marker or a pencil, whatever you want here. But what you want to do is below the clip, but high of center, you just want to make a little dot on the right side of the pen and a little dot on the left side of the pen. All right, so now I've got just two little marks. I'm going to take those two little marks and cut with a 1/8 inch circle punch. So let's see if I can get them. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to cut there, and then I'm going to cut there. Good. Now we're going to take the ribbon and we're going to start from the front of the project. We're going to thread through from the front, and then from the back so that our tails are on the front here. And you want enough ribbon that you can tie a big pretty bow. Okay, and then we're going to turn this over and we can do some tear and tape. I'm going to put tear and tape all the way here, 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 and here, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to do is grab some early espresso cardstock. So this is regular solid core early espresso cardstock. This is 4.5 by 6. Now I'm going to check and make sure my mouth said the right thing. Early espresso, yep, 4.5 by 6. And we're going to remove the liner on the tear and tape, and we're going to center it on the early espresso. Now what this does is two things. It's going to give you a more solid, reinforced base. So once you glue the notepad on there, it's not going to be floppy, and it's going to also help you with this ribbon. It's going to hold it in place, and also so that if the ribbon gets untied, it doesn't get lost. It's also going to hide the ribbon so that the back looks finished. So lots of different reasons why we're doing this. We're just going to mat it right up on that contrasting cardstock. So there is our now finished on the back, beautiful on the front. We can add our sweet little pen and tie a bow. Pretty good. I had this gold ribbon because it will smoothly tie and untie. If somebody unties it to get the pen out, it will tie up nicely. So think about that. I started out with the amazing texture weave or a regular weave ribbon. Let's see if it's behind me. This one, which looked really, really great. But I was like, if I give this to my recipient and they untie the ribbon to get the pen out and then they want to tie it back up later, this is going to be a rough one to do. So just keep in mind when you choose your ribbon, one, you're going to use a lot of it. So maybe pick a clearance one. That's where, see, I'll never lie to you, because Stampin' Up! Ribbon is kind of expensive because you're going to use a lot, but you want to consider one that can be tied and untied pretty easily. Now, if you look at this, it does not need to be tied and untied. I tied it pretty tight the first time, so you might tell your recipient that and make sure that it can slide before you give it. This one that's been taken in and out of there a few times, that one's a little bit looser, but start out with it nice and tight, but let your recipient know that they don't have to untie it. But if they do untie it and tie it, if they go off on their own, a good ribbon that can handle that is a good idea here. So make your selection accordingly. Now our notepad, love these. Oh my gosh, I have a hard time deciding which is which, or I mean which one to use. This is one of my favorite ones too, so that's part of why I'm actually physically making the confirmation, does it fit in this cover or not, because I love it and I don't want it to be left out, but it is wider than the other ones. All right, so removing the liner from my tear and tape, and we're going to put this in. We got to make sure that the highest point of our is not past the fold. Quit touching the sticky. All right, we need to put it all the way. All the way. With this thing here, it won't show off the back, so that's good. Okay. I'm trying to leave a little bit of room so that the clips can come in and out. Is my head in the camera? No, okay. I don't think so. You guys aren't looking at my head, are you? All right, there. Then this is how my clips came from Amazon. I love when they put things in boxes from Amazon, but both of these came from Amazon in bags. It's a little harder to keep them, but here's the clips. There's 100 of them. They're just super cute. Let's get some of those on there. Oh my gosh, I love this cup. And then we'll try to close it up and see if it looks nice and tidy. See, the handle's just a little bit past. It's close. All right, so when you're putting in the clips for the first time, you're going to want to lift the pocket, and if they're not going in smooth, push your finger in, and it'll loosen them up a little bit without stretching them too much. But get them on there, but you don't want to ruin the edge, top edge of your paper. You know what I mean? You want your pocket to still look nice and smooth. So if you're having trouble, just give it a little push and then try it. And once the first one's in, the other ones go in easier because the first one holds the pocket open. But just give a little push if you're having trouble getting it to grab. Don't ruin the paper. Do it patient. Okay? It's not for you to ruin the paper. It's for your recipient to ruin the paper. You know, you're going to slide it on there carefully. They might jam it back in funky, but you want to give a good presentation. So just give a little stretch there if it needs it. Oh my gosh, are they the cutest thing ever? Oh, I love coffee. I need a cup of coffee. All right, so there it is. And closed. Oh, it does. I mean, you can kind of see when you're looking for it, the handle on the widest one, but I think it's a success. I hope you guys like that. All right, that is the mechanics of our project. Now a little bit of decorating. And because I knew the mechanics of the project were going to be a little bit more intense, I did go ahead and stamp my things ahead. This is all from the More Than Autumn. And let's see what I've got here. I'm going to just put out all the pieces I got, and then we'll make heads or tails of it. I will show you how I colored in case you're curious about that. But I've got 2 coffee cups and a scrap to do the little cozy, the little band around the coffee cup. I've got a pie, and I've got a pumpkin for the inside cup and one for the outside cup. So 2 pumpkins. Got 2 whipped creams for the cups, a big one for the inside, a big one for the outside. Got a little whipped cream for the pie. All right, those are all stamped with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and they're all stamped on basic white except for our cozy. We're gonna do a quick coloring and paper piecing demonstration, though really quick, just in case you wanna know how I colored or you're not familiar with the paper piecing technique. So let me show you here. We've stamped all of our white. Now we've got our designer series paper. We're going to cover our Stamp and Pierce mat. Grab that same coffee cup, Memento ink. We're gonna ink up the band and then stamp it on, because it's striped. I gotta look carefully and make sure the stripes are straight. Stamp it on the designer series paper. And then we can let that dry for a minute. While that dries, let me show you how I colored these things. There's a list of which Stampin' Blends I used on the project sheet. So you don't have to worry or scramble. For my pie and for my pumpkin, I already did my pumpkin, but I'm gonna use kind of the same idea. I got pumpkin pie, and I'm gonna fill the pie filling and the pumpkin with light pumpkin pie. And then I'll add a little bit of shading with the dark. I did keep my coloring kind of simple. Not too simple though, because I like to color. All right, here's my question to make sure you're all awake. Do you love coloring or not so much?
Yes.
Jan says she loves coloring. Put it in the comments, Jan. Come on. Jan's over here helping me with Card Club for Cool People. We think we're running mostly on time. It's been a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a few technology challenges over the last couple of weeks, but we're keeping our heads above water. Thank God for good friends. All right, so there's our pumpkin. There's our pie with pumpkin pie. Now the pie crust is going to be pecan pie, and I'm going to use light and dark for the pie crust. I'll fill with light, and then make sure I've got light. Yeah, just double checking. And then keep those comments coming if you're just joining us or if you're joining us late. Anybody who keeps those comments coming is getting added to the wheel the prize wheel. We're going to have a prize wheel this afternoon, and we're giving away this awesome, beautiful pattern embossing folder. This is a new pre-order product. This is sponsored by Jan and Joyce. They ordered 2 of them, and they don't need to. So they're sponsoring our giveaway today. And if you are not a demonstrator, you cannot order this yet. Can't order this until November. So it's a little pre-order fun for everyone. And if you want to be included in getting everything first, like the beautiful pattern embossing folder, then join the Kitchenettes Stampin' Up! Team and add the new pre-order products to your starter kit. $35 to join. You get $125 in product. There is a second option where you can get $189 in product for just $99, and starter kits are free shipping. So we've got a pre-order product just for you. Get those comments going and look for the prize wheel this afternoon. One lucky winner is going to receive our beautiful pattern Stampin' Cut and Emboss folder. All right, so I switched from light and dark for the pie crust to dark pecan pie and SU 100 for my coffee. I don't know about you guys, but I like it strong. So we're going to do a nice dark brown here by combining these 2 brown colors. SU 100 is from the Deep collection. So Stampin' Up! Has a bunch of neutrals that make great skin tones. And this is from the Deep collection. And we're going to do our cup. We've already done 1, so you're going to do 2 if you want to have some decoration inside. Now, if you decide not to do the pocket and you don't need a cup inside, then only 1, of course. You can do what you like on that inside flap. But I thought the gift card pocket made it a little extra special. All right, and then we're going to just blend that SU 100 into the dark pecan pie. And that's it. All right, so we've covered that. Banjo, knock it off. All right, then the straw. The straw is Old Olive, and I'm just going to do a couple of the stripes. Fill with light, stripe down the side with dark, and it's such a small area. I'm just gonna kind of dot where the light and the dark come together. Super simple, really cute. All right, maybe, all right, don't forget, what's your comments? Do you guys have More Than Autumn or not? And More Than Autumn bundle, let me show you this one, is now on last chance. So if you haven't seen this one yet, you haven't been hanging around here too much because we've done a lot with it. I love this bundle, but this one's on last chance, so get that one while you can. Hey, Jan, could I convince you to die cut those while I fussy cut my... All right, look at that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and die cut those parts. By we, I mean Jan. Thank you, my friend. I like having studio guests, don't you? Let me show you this little band for the cup cozy. We're going to take this guy and cut directly on the line. I know if you follow me, I don't usually fussy cut things directly on the line. I usually leave a little border around stuff because I feel like you can hide some of your mistakes. Your cutting mistakes don't look like mistakes, because if you leave a little border, then the eye focuses on the line that the artist made, right? Our die sets, our dies usually leave a little border, so that's how you usually cut. But when you're paper piecing, you want to stamp the area that you're paper piecing and cut it out directly on the stamped line. All right, so that's what we did there. Well, Jan's die cutting for me, I want to show you a couple of things that I die cut ahead of time. This, you guys, you've probably noticed. Look at this big, glorious leaf. All right, beautiful, right? This is the Gathering Moments dies And it has these two big dies. What did we decide this one was? One's oak and one's maple.
That's oak.
All right, so they've got oak and maple. And there's two ways to use it. So you can use it just the great big cutout, right? Or you can add in the details, and it's got kind of a pierced detail. I did with the details, but then I took it further and embossed it using the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. So it's really got a lot of extra special details. And now let me show you, this is that great big maple leaf with exactly the same thing. It's pecan pie cardstock, cut out with the stitching detail, and then put through the Forever Plaid embossing folder. All right, so that's one. And then I have these two little leaves. They are a little two-part, so be careful when you're doing it to save them. You can mix them and match them. That's what Jan would do. She would put the early espresso outline with the Cajun craze inside and the Cajun craze outside with the early espresso inside. I'm going to keep them all together as one this time, but they do cut in two pieces. This is from More Than Autumn die set. And then I've got a ticket corner rectangle. These are from Branching Out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here's our bits. We'll assemble a cup in just a minute. And this is the smallest one. Let me see. That's why we have the die chart, so that I can remember what I did. This is the smallest one from Branching Out. And if you're trying to substitute, this is about 3 1/8 by 1 3/4. If you're looking for a shape, that's about the size you're looking for. Last bit. This is a little fishtail banner. You can take a scrap and then cut that with your scissors if you want to, but I got that one from the Birthday Celebrations die set. And that one's also on Last Chance, I think. I don't think it's gone yet, but I think it's on Last Chance. So it's a good set. All right.
Dies are still on Last Chance. Everyone else is gone.
Dies are on Last Chance for this one. It's a good set. I don't have it with me. I wish I could show you, but get a couple of pennants, big banner, some tassels. I love the tassels. Hello and Fall are from the More Than Autumn stamp set. I've got Basic Black and Cajun Craze. I'm going to stamp Fall first. It made it easier for me to line up Hello. I'm going to try not to show you the top of my head. My hair's braided, but it's falling out everywhere. Okay, Fall all the way down the bottom. And then Hello, I'm going to put above it with Basic Black. And hopefully it's good, but sometimes it's hard to do it with the camera there. Ah, not too bad, not too bad. Hello, Fall. You guys, I hope you love the project. I hope you loved Follow Me Through Fall. It's been such a beautiful expression of creativity for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed making the series for you. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to put your comments in. If you make some comments, then we will add you to the prize wheel for our embossing folder giveaway. And while you're here, if you would consider to subscribe, if you're on YouTube and you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook and you're watching, follow the page. While you're here, maybe set your notifications. Hold on, I think I just put my dimensional on the front. I did. Set your notifications so that you don't miss anything. All those things are super helpful. I'm going to put my leaf on with some dimensionals here. And these things get handled, right? They get opened and closed and passed around when somebody's like, oh, that's so cool. Look at what Marissa just gave me. Isn't it cool? You know, it gets passed around. So I'm going to be a little bit generous with my adhesive here. I want to put some even down the stem. And we're going to pop the leaf on kind of as a first mat. It's just such a cool die. I love having it in my collection. As far as leaves go, I think if you've been stamping for a while, you've got a lot of leaves in your collection. But I love when Stampin' Up! Comes out with the leaves and you're like, oh, I don't have those kind of leaves, right? You can stitch these little holes with some of the new linen thread, the old olive and early espresso linen thread. You can faux stitch it with a Stampin' Right marker. Really kind of fun detail, something that I don't have. The label is going to go over 2 levels. It's going to stick to the leaf, which is already on dimensionals, but it's also going to stick to the base. So we need a little adhesive, dimensional adhesive in the corner, and then opposite that we're going to do a little liquid glue, and then we'll pop our layer on and make sure that we have enough room for fall, because we're going to put our little fall banner on next, and that goes with a little bit of liquid glue. But I put the early espresso behind, the early espresso leaf behind, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to add some glue, and I'm just going to dab. Just going to dab. I knocked it right off of my putty, and I'm going to put that little guy up in the corner. Then I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue here and put this little guy over. I think that's pretty good. Now this guy needs some liquid glue here, and that cup that or that cozy that we paper pieced. And I'm going to grab a mini dimensional and put that on the pumpkin. I love 3D treats. I love to make treats because then I can build up the dimensionals as high as I want them. And so we're now, yes, we are now on our second layer of dimensionals, because the leaf is the first layer and then the pumpkin is the second layer, but we're going to get really crazy in just a minute. We're going to put some dimensional on the back of the cup, and it is going to be 3 layers of dimensionals tall. You can do 3 layers of dimensionals tall if you like, or not. You can put liquid glue. I'm going to glue the straw to the whipped cream first. So I just put a little dab of glue on the end of the straw, and then I'll line up my, this is where Elena gets mad at me and says, there's too much glue in the picture. I can't crop it all out. I can't clone it all out. I should be using a silicone mat there so that I don't make a big mess of glue everywhere, but you know, I'll clean it up, Elena. I'm going to put some dimensional on there and on there. And let's see, I want a little bit more, but not a big one. And here. So now we are 3 layers of dimensional high, but we can do that because it doesn't have to necessarily go in an envelope. All right, pop this guy on. So cute. I love the straw detail. Now we've got our pie and our little whipped cream. I'm going to put a little swipe of glue at the very bottom of the whipped cream. Get the whipped cream on the pie. And then the pie in this corner is going to go over the coffee. And at the very end, it's going to go past the leaf. So just kind of put your dimensionals in the center here. There. And now we've got our pie. Pop that on there. Cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. I hope that you guys have really enjoyed the Follow Me Through Fall series. We are wrapping it up with our Cajun Craze leaf. Be careful. Don't lose the 2 parts. Keep them together. On the inside, we're going to add our flat coffee. And then we've got a couple of little embellishments for the outside. I we'll be done. But before I embellish, I gotta pop in and say hello. See the comments. I've been crafting away. Marla says, you're keeping me busy with the Amazon orders. I'm glad. Debbie says, I keep swiping myself out. Don't worry, there will be a replay and a project sheet for you, my friend. Regina says, I love your projects. Thank you so much. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for joining me today. I love doing this. I really do. And I love doing it live on my Fridays with you guys. It makes it all so much more fun. I have 2 more embellishments. I have the new Cajun Craze gold dots. And then somewhere over here I have some linen thread. Hold on, let me find my linen thread. Holly says, this is a great project. I'd love to make some. I hope you do. Carol says, I love this set, the More Than Autumn, right? Yeah. Kathy says, I have More Than Autumn bundle and I love it, right? It'll stay in my collection forever. But I'm kind of a coffee holic. I really am. Marla says, I love my More Than Autumn bundle. You've given me so many ideas how to use it. And Robin says, bought More Than Autumn last year and I've never used it. Ah, Robin, I'm bringing it around for you again. Ink it up. Ink it up. 'Tis the season, right? Lori says, yes, I do have More Than Autumn. It's one of my faves. And Debbie says, hi. Hey, Banjo. Banjo, Debbie says hi. I don't know where he's at. He's not in his office.
He's on the couch.
Oh, he's on the couch like the Queen of Sheba. He really thinks he owns the place. Lori loves to color. You're my people, Lori. And Lori's got a craft show coming up too. Oh, you'll have to let us know how they went. Lori, share some of what you made in the craft social. And if you guys are doing craft shows, more than one, I'm sure it's the season for craft shows. Share what you're making and share your successes. We want to hear about it in the craft social. You guys know where the craft social is, right? Debbie loves color, or Debbie depends. If she loves coloring, depends on if she's in a hurry or not. I think that's a lot of us, right? Let's see here. It looks like some of you are joining me a little bit later in the broadcast here, so just keep those comments coming so you can be included in our giveaway. And we're doing an embossing folder today. We're giving away a pre-order embossing folder. This beautiful patterns, and your comments are how you get entered. We'll do a wheel later today. Let me see. I've got my linen thread, but it's buried. I gotta pop over on the YouTube. I lost my mouse for a minute there and see how you guys are doing over there. Mary Lou says, I loved this series. So many ideas. Good. Yay. I'm glad that you love it. I have a few extra little bows here, so I'm just going to take one of these. Clearly, we were working on something. And I'm going to smidge it down really small because I want a really teeny one. So I'm going to take the Head Start that was just handed to me right here. But I'm going to make it teeny. I debated whether to do a bow at all because of the big bow on the pen. But, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you guys noticed this about me, but I can tend to be a very more is more kind of stamper. Sometimes I like to just add a little more texture or add one more little embellishment. So I really like the way that the leaves look like they're kind of tied together, cinched together with a tiny little linen thread bow. So I'm going to go for it. If you're making these for craft fairs, which you might be, I got some craft fair followers here, you might not do 2 bows. It'd keep you more profitable if you just have the one. So this little bow is up to you. I did debate about it a little bit with myself because I was like, a bow next to a bow, and then I said, is divine. But that's gonna be your call here. If you want to put that little bow, you can also grab one of these little dots and put a little dot right at the center there, so it looks like they're kind of like pinned together. It would look almost like a thumbtack or a nail holding up the sign. So, and it would be faster and less materials if you're doing craft fairs with this. All right, so now here again, I'm gonna go a little crazy with my bad self. This is the first time I had used these. I had just opened them up, and the first time that I used my Cajun Craze and gold dots. So I didn't do 2 or 3, I did 5. You can do as many or as few as you want here too. But I got 5 of them. I'm going for all the sparkle. All right, here's your last chance. What do you think? What do you think of our project today? Get your comments in there. Do those likes, those thumbs up, those. Nancy says you crack me up. It was the divine comment, wasn't it? Vicky says it needs a small bow. I agree. See, that's why you're my people. But it would be really cute if you put this little dingle right there. Instead, it would kind of look like a thumbtack or a nail. And you don't have to have 2. And then, oh, this one is more appropriate size. Look at how big this bow is. This bow's a little big. This one's a little like, look at me. But, you know, you can do that or don't do that. I think it depends. If I'm making 35 of them, I might not put the other little bow there. But if I'm making, 3 or 5, or I'm making them for really special people for my Thanksgiving table, and it's all the people I love best, then maybe I'm putting all those little bows. It depends. All right, so there's our landscape again. Where did the little banner come from again? Birthday celebrations, dies. Yep. Birthday celebrations dies. It's the ones that went with the wildflower birthday suite. They have the little tassel and a couple of different pennants and a string to string them on. I used it on day 2 also with the little pennant on the banners. So get those if you don't. They're on last chance right now. Teresa says, love this project. I love all the fall projects in this series. Has been awesome. Good, good, good. All right, so I am going to be back. Thursday is our last Zoom meeting. We are putting together packets for our in-color members right now. You're going to get your last packet from us. So if you are a month-by-month in-color member, you're going to get a special little packet from us. If you are a team member who signed up for In Color Club, you're going to get your last thank you card from us and stuff. We are putting them together. The product just came in today. We opened the box and checked in the order, so we'll try and turn them around here by maybe Monday at the latest. It depends, but look out for In Color Club packets. A little something special for you this or next week. Thursdays are In Color Zoom, 2 p.m. And then Friday I'll be back with our shortcut card sketch number 22. So if you're a paper sampler and sketch series, save the date for us. We'll be back on Friday with a new card sketch, okay? Let's see here. Yolanda says, beautiful. Hey, Yoli, how are you? I'm glad you're here. Get your comments in. Share this video if you know somebody who would like this content. They have through the end of the day today to get subscribed to the email. kitchentablestamper.com/email. Tell your friends they can still get the whole Follow Me Through Fall series if they subscribe to the email today. Yeah. Keep those interactions coming and those comments for the last minute or two here. We're going to gather you up off of Facebook and YouTube, which is going to take a little bit. We have to do it manually. As I get a little bit more regular on having prizes, I'll probably have a form for you to fill out, which will put you directly into the wheel. So just know that we will upgrade like that. But in the meantime, we're going to have to kind of scan through. I'm sure Elena's already doing it because that's who she is. But we're going to have to scan through your comments and get you added to the wheel. And then you can look at the Facebook business page. So facebook.com/kitchentablestamper is where you'll find the wheel. And we'll do that. And we'll also post it to the blog too so that you guys don't miss anything. Let's see. YouTube is good. Facebook. Hey, Patty. Patty, I'm glad you're here. Patty, I got a cute thank you card from you. Guess what? I'm going to sketch it. It's a really good layout, my friend. Mary says perfection. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're here, Mary. Holly says, I love the little bow. Yes, me too. And Margaret says, I love how you layer your designs. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really excited about this great big leaf. From the gathering moments dies, because it does make such a nice like matte layer. You can just kind of tuck it in there wherever you want to as a matte layer. This is my kind of die right here. Gina says, no, I need time to do my long to-do list. Oh, I understand. Hopefully it's a long to-do list of crafting. Margaret says, I love the autumn coffee stamp set, and I've used it so much. I'm glad. Me too. I wanted to give it a fond farewell because it is last chance. That's all right. Stampin' Up! Will come up with something cute. I just know it to replace it. All right, you guys, I am out of here. I have got so much mail. Jen and Joyce are here, and we're getting Card Club. We're getting In Color Club. We've got thank you cards for our Stampin' Up! Orders that are sitting here ready to go out. We've got some Prize Patrol. So I'm going to get to getting some things out of here. And I will see you guys Friday for Shortcut Card Sketch number 22. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Don't forget, get in that email list. Today's your last day. KitchenTableStamper.com/